This is Andy Parra for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and for the third day on the bounce, we are delighted to be joined by Eddie Hearn.
Now you've cracked a million with Bazinga or the Sidemen or whatever he's called. You don't even want to talk to me anymore. You get me late on, you know.
You say that, you're the one who's saying you want to leave.
I used to deliver numbers for you. Now it's all about Bazinga. You're so proud of yourself, you two.
Listen, well, what can we say, Ed? It's been a productive week so far. You might want to keep your eye on it tonight as well.
Yeah. Who else do you get today?
You'll have to watch tonight.
Bazinga again.
Bazinga was the only one who wasn't here, that's all we're going to say.
Okay.
Well, as we've said, obviously we're here today for a press conference. A few verbal exchanges which may not go down too well. Yeah. One in particular case I was saying he's going to end Logan Paul's life. What was your thoughts with regards to the back and forwards?
They don't know enough about boxing. They don't really respect the game enough to think about what they're saying. I mean, fighters say stuff like that all the time. No one ever means it. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't like it when that was said multiple times. But I've heard it this week, last week, the week before, and I don't think they know enough about the game to know they shouldn't really be saying that, in my opinion.
As the week's gone on, I know we've touched on the fight, but as the week's gone on, have you seen any kind of a change in the perception back home, at least, or over the States, with regards to how the fight's being received? Because
just everybody's really excited, but you've still got the boxing community that hate it, and I understand that. Do you know what I mean? I just think don't take it too seriously. You know, it is what it is. I'm excited to see what's going to happen because I don't know what's going to happen. I know they both really badly want to win, and they're both probably going to crack under the pressure. They're both not very good. They think they are now. But the reality is, when someone gets hit, the world's about to change for them.
There's obviously, in the build-up as well, there was a lot of back and forth between Shannon Briggs and Vidal Riley. Was there ever any temptation or any actual talks to try and make that fight for the undercard?
No.
Would it be something that you would have been interested in?
Well, let's see what happens with this fight. I don't want to start doing this everywhere. I mean, those press conferences are hard graft, you know. But it's working for everybody, you Boxing Social included. So we'll see where this goes. We'll see what everybody thinks Sunday morning.
Just to move away from this, because there's a couple of things I wanted to touch on, and I know you've got to shoot off. Noi Inoue last night picking up that World Boxing Super Series final victory against Nonito Donaire. Have you managed to catch a fight?
I haven't, because it was like 3 a.m. for us tonight. Apparently a great fight. Another fight here contender on Sky Sports and DAZN. It's been an unbelievable run. Great fighter. Well done to Nonito Donaire, because I didn't give him much chance in that fight, and by all accounts, he pushed him all the way.
Noi Inoue since announced he signed with Top Rank. Was you ever considering trying to make a move for Noi?
That deal's been done for a long time with Bob Arum and Honda. Good signing, good fighter. I'd like to see them keep him in Japan, to be honest with you. I know they're bringing him over to the States, but it's a new market over there, and he could get bigger and bigger.
You fancy venturing out into Japan yourself?
We'll be there soon, yeah. We've got Matchroom Japan's launching probably 2020, but it might go into the back end and maybe 2021.
Genuine question, are there any countries that you haven't considered?
You need a broadcast deal. You know, you can't go into a territory and just start trying to create boxing, and obviously DAZN are very big in Japan, so any territory that DAZN are in, Canada's another one, Brazil's another one that we're looking at, Germany of course, so they're the main targets for next year.
I know that we had you obviously last night back at the hotel, so just a couple more things I want to touch on. Rumours of Dillian White returning on the Chavez Jr. Jacobs card when that's formally announced, if it's formally announced I should say.
Not yet, no. I mean, it'll be formally announced tomorrow, and he's not on that card at the moment, but there is potential that he could go on.
When he does have his comeback from this entire situation that's going on, what level of opponent do you anticipate him going in with, especially when you consider the WBC change in his position?
Not a top 5 guy, maybe not a top 10 guy, but top 15, top 20 guy. You know, he wants a proper fight, but the bigger fights will come for him in 2020.
And finally, we touched on it yesterday with WBC and Julio Cesar Martinez and Ray Vargas having traces of clenbuterol found in their system. Since then, the WBC have announced they've increased the threshold that fighters are allowed to have before being classed as over the limit. What's your thoughts on WBC changing there?
I don't know if it's a genuine problem in Mexico. I don't know. It's all very confusing. Doesn't seem to be a problem for anybody else other than Mexican fighters, really. So maybe it is that issue. I have to read it. I haven't really seen it in great detail and see what I think.
Well, yeah, no, I appreciate your time. Shoot off. Thanks for speaking to myself, Boxing Social.
Thank you.